Chief of the Hero League. What a nice surprise. Oh, well, I can't say I'm surprised. After all, your little group of heroes pulled me away in the middle of my afternoon yoga session. Rudely pulled, might I add. Now, let's see. I have a couple of questions for you. First, why am I here in the middle of an interrogation room when I'm supposed to be having a mandatory therapist appointment? Dr. 𝗖𝗧𝗧 will be so sad to have missed our daily little convos. We've gotten quite close, you know. Oh, officer, a bit violent today, are we? Maybe you need a mandatory session with Dr. 𝗖𝗧𝗧, although he's quite booked nowadays. My officer, getting handsy on the first date. Let me have my dinner first before you start ripping my clothes off. Okay. Now that's more like it, officer. I do like a nice little chat before getting to second base. So, what's on your mind, Officer Chief of the Hero League? Oh, a tip about a breakout? Who's the sneaky lucky dog that gets to leave this hellhole today? Me? Oh no, certainly not. How can it be me, officer? You wiped out my entire army and my resources when you captured me 3 months ago. Remember? Pulled out your little laser gun on me and told me to halt and surrender my entire army. I do say, officer, you do know how to flatter a lady. But, sadly, I don't like being told what to do. I prefer being the one to order. But, for you, I can make a few exceptions. Oh, here we are again. Take it seriously. Be proper. Speak formally. Always with the formalities. Loosen up, officer. Do you know why I like you, officer? It's because you're no fun. You always go and talk all seriously. Act on the orders of the League, even though you're chief. Everyone quivers at the sight of you. Nay, at the mere mention of your name because of this tough act you pull. I've never seen you smile. And oh, I do bet you have the prettiest smile. Back to my point. You're so serious, so calculative, so cold, brr. And it just makes me so... It makes me so curious. What are you, officer? What ticks this brain of yours? What makes you all serious? You know, when I first saw you, marching in my little penthouse with that black suit of yours, wearing the most serious of expressions. Oh, that was what I really wanted to know. I remember. I'd never seen you before that day. You were new, but the way you ran up to me, stabbed my little goons, thrusting your knife into their throats without a single bat of an eyelash, before pinning me down. That right there was the moment I wanted to know you. Why, you intrigued me. I wanted nothing more than to know who this black masked figure was that could easily kill a man. Because from what I remember, and my memory is quite sharp, your group doesn't kill. Well, that's the golden rule, right? Etched in a golden plaque that sits right in front of your office are the words, "Blood shall never spill." But how could you stab my men? Just like that. I wanted to, so badly, as you handcuffed me down to rip your head right there and then, to examine it. A hero that kills without an ounce of remorse. I wanted to rip your scalp between my teeth. I wanted to rip your scalp with my teeth. Grab a pair of surgical tools and just rip your brain part by part, one by one, and place it under a microscope to examine. I wanted to dose it in resin. I wanted to douse it in resin to preserve every part of you, every part of that beautiful brain. And once I figured out the secret, what made you so serious? Do you know what I planned to do? Ask, officer. Ask, please ask. I said ask, officer. I said ask. What? Oh, what? What? Yes, that is the perfect question. What will I do once I uncover it all? What will I do once I find what makes you tick? Tick, tick, tick. I will break you. I will shatter you, destroy every piece of your oh-so-serious brain, rip it apart, tear out that tick, and I will consume you. And then I will rebuild it all up again, piece by piece, like an artist remaking his masterpiece. I will craft your brain, picking up the destroyed pieces, throwing out the annoying bits, and I will build you anew. Build you so perfectly. I will be Picasso and I will make you my masterpiece. I will show you insanity. Make you lose that serious side. I will paint your brain and thrust you into a world of madness. And you will come out a piece, a part of me. I sound so sure. Oh, officer, I am. I am. Of course, I'm sure. Do you know why I was kept in the basement? Why a powerless, albeit psycho, villain like me was trapped under with those mutants? I mean, you've got to think about it. I've only used weapons, gadgets, and my goons. Money is the only power. But in this world, in the villain world, that's kind of useless, ain't it? After all, what would money do if you had the power to create, manipulate, and force people to hand it over in the snap of your fingers? Tell me, officer, why did everyone fear little old me? Tisk, tisk. That wouldn't do now. Struggling is useless. What am I? Your freedom. Sleep tight, officer. Oh, officer.